Once there was a pack of wolves who were in the Scandinavian mountains, and they were intending to cross a mountain that was just ahead of them. Since they were new in that area, they faced a lot of fear in crossing the mountain because it was winter time. They were not in much numbers, and they thought that they might die in the hills while they were looking for a path. And suddenly they saw a ship coming into their path. So since they were there for a lot of time, they were hungry and they really wanted to feast on that ship, because as we know, when something like that comes, food comes in front of us, we definitely get hungry. But then again, some of them noticed that the ship was coming from the mountain that was they were intending to cross. So they thought, let's talk to the ship and let's hear some details about the mountain that was on the other side, so that we can get some information before we cross through that path. And then they heard that the ship was telling them that the ship lived on the other side of the mountain and it was quite familiar with the location there. So then some of them thought that, yeah, maybe this ship can take us to the other side of the hill because it's quite familiar with this place, so might let us live, because since we are new in this place, we won't be able to find out what happens. So then they asked the ship whether it could take them to the other side of the mountain, and the ship agreed. So as time flew away, they took the decision, and the ship led them through that mountain to the other side of the path, and they were safe. So eventually they did not eat the ship, of course, because it saved their lives. So this was just an example of leadership to me, because although it doesn't seem much relatable to modern leadership examples or simple acts of bravery that leaders mostly do, this is just an example of what leadership is. Leadership is not something that is inherited, that is not something we are born with, but as time flies, with situation, with circumstances, leadership is something that is within us all. So from this example, we have seen that as the ship was not a really good candidate for the pack of wolves to lead, but eventually they were led by that ship who was supposed to bear their dinner, right? But since they did it, because the ship knew the path. So that's how leaders are. Leaders are the ones who would know where to go. They would know the path that has to be taken. So that's basically leadership. Leadership doesn't have to be really overwhelming to someone who is in charge of it, because any situation needs leaders, and leaders have to be the one who would be ready to make the sacrifices, who would be ready to acknowledge the problems, the pitfalls that are there on the path. And it's that gift, that moment, that particular situation which would make you cherish to become leader. So leadership is among us all. Leadership is very, very crucial in this world, because as times pass, with the coming age of globalization, the rapid movement of technology, and the artificial intelligence that's taking the world by storm, it would be leaders who would take the next step forward. And today's topic will be talking about the importance of leadership in life. So the value of leadership is not confined to that few words: bravery, commitment. No. Leadership is something that a leader must feel inside him. Leadership is something that is inherited not by us. It is something our values, our brains, our nerves take for granted, because leadership doesn't really be fixed. It doesn't stay fixed in a particular situation. It is among us all, and when the right time comes, it sprouts out. It tells the people around you that you're ready to lead, and that's what makes leaders. Leadership is not something that one should feel afraid of. It helps us grow. Leadership has to make you feel proud, has to make you feel enthusiastic about yourself, because when you feel that you are a suitable candidate to lead a certain amount of people, a group, towards a certain goals, you have to believe in yourself that you have the ability to do so, and that will eventually help you grow. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. Doesn't matter if you are the captain of a football team who loses terribly against opposition. Doesn't matter if you are a boss who leads a team to better sales results. Doesn't matter. What matters is what you have learned from experience, because leadership is all about that capability, that moment which helps you feel like you are on top of the world and you are the most capable candidate to lead that people. So doesn't matter what the outcome is, it has to make you feel proud of yourself and it has to help you grow no matter what the results are. So leadership can happen at any time. It doesn't matter whether you are a boss or a CEO of a particular company, whether you are a mere child wanting to help other people. It can take place anytime. For example, in a pond, maybe only one child knows swimming, and the other five people around him, his friends, doesn't know swimming. So when he is on the pond and he is the one who knows how to swim, he has to take charge and be ready to dive in every time he feels that the other five people are going to drown. So since he's the only one who knows swimming and the other five doesn't, so he has to take the charge. He has to have the responsibility to take care of the other people who doesn't know swimming. So that's leadership. It doesn't have to be a fixed box system where there will be a selected leader. It doesn't have to be a field of cricket where maybe a fixed leader is selected. It can happen at any time. It can take place at any moment and situation, and everyone has to be ready to take the charge. Everyone has to be ready to really give up his self thoughts and be there to share the burden. So leadership is not only confined to motivation, not confined to leading a team for goal, for glory, for achievements. Even a simple act of inspiration a human being gives someone is leadership. For example, when you see your elder brother going for an IELTS exam, for example, although you don't have any previous experience of the exam, you can simply give him the inspiration that yes, you can do it, you can ace it, you are the perfect candidate to do it. So this was nothing. This was just simply an act of inspiration you gave your elder brother to help him feel good about himself, to help him do well on the exam. So see, this is not something big of a kind of leadership example to many, but doesn't matter. If you are there to give him that shoulder, if you're there to lend him your shoulder, lend him your hand on his hand and tell him, no, you are going to do it. You can do it. You are capable enough. That is also leadership, because when you inspire others, you inspire millions. It's all about igniting the spark. See, everyone has that spark within themselves. They have the capability, they have the skills, they have the experience. But what it takes at times is that simple bit of spark, simple bit of good words that can make him feel good about himself and eventually might make him achieve his goals. It is very, very easy enough to feel scared of leadership, because at times what happens is a leader is not the most aged or the most senior person on the board. It can happen very time. If you have a look at numerous examples of company boards around the world, you will see that the CEO is not the one with the highest age or the highest experience, and his board of directors have people who are aged more than him and has more experience than him. Doesn't matter. A CEO can be someone who is not of higher age, not of higher experience, but nonetheless he is there to lead because he has the capability, he has the confidence, he has the belief in himself that tells him to know, I can do it, I have to do it. So it doesn't matter. It is a really overwhelming thing when you consider leadership. You have to step up, you have to be brave enough, and you have to take charge. It's important to be happy when you are a leader, because when you are doing a task, you have to remember, keep in mind that you are helping a lot of people achieve something they probably won't be able to do alone. So when you are taking charge, when you are helping them do something on your own, you are on behalf of those people, you are helping them succeed. You're taking them to a goal. You are making them believe something also you believe. So by your acts, by your leadership, you're taking those people with you, and it's not about your failures. They will also be part of you. So even if you fail, doesn't matter, because you did try, you did give your best, you did try to take them to their glory. Doesn't matter, just be part of the experience. It's very important to have experiences in life, and leadership experience are one of the most important elements to have in life. Doesn't matter whether you are a rickshaw, doesn't matter whether you are a CEO, doesn't matter whether you are a simple waiter. Leadership can come from you at any moment. One of the most another important parts of leadership is to seek suggestions from your followers. At times what happens is leaders are too proud enough of themselves, too bold enough, and uh, too much brave enough of their charge that they seek to forget to take suggestions from their followers. So you have to take suggestions from your followers, and so it's important to take their advice into account before you take any action. Finally, it's important to be a change maker. When you are a leader, you are that change. You are that enzyme that helps to take certain people to a new level. So when you are leading, when you are in charge, be happy about it, be passionate about it, and most importantly, a leader is never tired, he is never afraid, he is never feeling weary, because that is the exact characteristics that makes a leader different from his followers. Thank you, this was from me today. I hope you like the video. If you have any suggestions, I'm a very new guy to this new platform. Please feel free to comment, please feel free to tell me what mistakes I have done. I hope this will be a very good journey, and be happy to lead. All the best.